Hey everyone.
Hey.
I'm Alicia.
And I'm Meredith.
And this is One Season Wonders, the show where Meredith and I watch a show that only had one season and we talk about it and why it only had one season. The Busch Family Brewed edition.
You're picking the next one because you crushed it. You're the one who kind of started the NYC.
I pick NYC prep.
You kind of started the ball rolling. I think
There
I
has to
mentioned
be.
it to you and you were like, oh my God, I want to watch it.
Yeah.
I did. And then listen, there were not a lot of options available.
No.
I'm going to say, but this
Well,
is coming out because of St. Louis.
Bravo took down all their weird, like, one season shows. So we're like, I guess. And we did Google a lot. Like, we were looking for shows.
So
there has to
with
be
us.
There has to be just like a bad show. Oh well, we have time. We're gonna be a while on this show. We have other
twice podcasts. A year.
Yeah. Speaking of our other podcasts, it's about the pasta, our Vanderpump Rules podcast. Summer is Fun, a Summer House podcast. Rate, review, subscribe this podcast because it's only me and Meredith and is our highly most rated reviewed podcast.
10 out of 10 in our book.
10 out of 10. It's a 5 out of 5 on iTunes. So hip hip hooray. If you're just going to go give it 1 star though, why even bother? It's like kind of sad you're even listening to this to give it 1 star.
You made it to episode 6.
Yeah, sad.
And you're going to give it 1 star.
Follow us on Instagram at Vanderpasta. Join our Patreon, patreon.com/Vanderpasta for exclusive content. And with that being said, let's watch a show about St. Louis. And this episode is not in St. Louis at all.
It was my favorite episode.
Yeah, it was the best episode. Even though it was bad, it was the best episode.
It's the best.
And I had a lot of laughs.
I did too, because I like when we learn things about the family, about the history, or just kind of get a lay of the land about other things beyond just what they filmed.
So basically, in this episode, we go back we bounce from Dallas to LA. And I just want to be clear that I loved LA way more, mostly because this Mom and Haley are my 2 favorite characters.
Are the most normal, like on camera. Yeah. And then we have the extreme opposite with Gussie, Billy, and Jake, who are so obnoxious when they're being filmed.
What did you think about that conversation we just had 2 seconds ago? Should we talk about it now on this camera? And I'm sitting here, I'm like, Jesus, that was rough.
Oh my God. But anyways, so we arrive in Dallas and it's Billy, Gussie, and Jake.
Road trip.
Which there's no fucking way they drove there.
Road trip.
That is a long drive.
Billy has on the ugliest jacket I've ever seen, so his car wouldn't get hit by anything because it could be seen from space.
We're staying at the Adolphus Hotel in Dallas, which was started and named after Adolphus Busch, who was the founder of Anheuser-Busch, because Dallas was like the second city they distributed to. Then we cut to the chase. Billy says there's always negative stuff going on, like when he's dating someone, they're like, the family will always be negative to the boys about who they're dating, which I think this is always common because like the mom babies the boys and like doesn't want to see anyone with her sons.
I'm scared for Peter. I'm like very scared for Peter.
Maybe she'll just be so happy she's free that she just like pushes him out and gets a margarita machine.
Peter's her baby. It's her baby.
Yes.
I don't know. Basically, yeah, I get this. Mom babies them. I think everyone's always probably harder on the girl that comes into the family. I'm
shocked at how much Maddie goes for like the jugular.
Maddie's a psychopath.
Maddie's like, there's so many red flags.
But Billy did not listen to any red flags because he's gonna apartment shop with.
Yeah, the whole premise of this trip.
What's her name?
Marissa. The whole premise of this trip is Billy is apartment shopping with Marissa. The guys decided to come along, and they have been given the responsibility to tell Billy. They all hate Marissa, so they're trying to find some alone time with him to kind of ease this conversation in.
As we saw in the last episode, Jake is in charge of doing this. He is the sacrificial lamb that the family does not care about, especially after they broke he broke
He
that
was
ugly
not
chair.
chosen for his skills, though. He was it was forced upon him.
He's been voted off the island by his personality, and everyone's okay with that.
Meanwhile, though, Haley and Mom are...
Wait, I have one more thing.
Oh.
Think about this. This is what I thought about while we were in Dallas. After I watched Jake take down that champagne in 2 seconds, absolutely disgusting. Do you think that Gussie dates his sister's friends because the family already knows them and they don't give him a hard time because she's been around for a while? And like,
no, I think Gussie wants zero work, and his sister's friends are just fawning all over him.
I mean, no one said anything about Louise, and she's never fucking been back.
Yeah, they didn't even say anything, especially when they were lying about
the dad
dating.
was straight up like, "Hey, Louise," what's her name? I want Gussie to be gay so bad. I'm naming her Louis.
Oh my god! I kind of wish she came on this Dallas trip.
Yeah, right. Like, no one said anything about Louise. No one was mad but Grace. So I think Gussie kind of got it figured out. You date your sister's friends.
Yeah. Or like, if you like a girl, like, make her be friends with your sister. So then it's like she eases into the family.
Already vetted by the family. Already love her. She's already taken enough money that what's a few more years at this point. Probably knows the family.
Yep.
This is it.
All right. You're right.
Sorry, that was my one thing. I was like,
I didn't really think about that, but that is a good point.
Yeah, I don't know. He might have gotten it worked out.
But Haley is moving to LA, like, officially. They're like unpacking one box.
Yeah, they're unpacking her apartment that's already set up.
Yeah. But Haley never really thought she'd be returning to LA and not be with Clark, which I guess that is probably weird because last time she was there, she was still dating him. Mm-hmm. But then we immediately go into the Billy crap, and she's like, listen, let him make his own mistakes.
Haley's like, I'm so sad about Clark. Oh my God. And Mom's like, at least you're not fucking Billy. And it's like, oh, okay, Mom.
Mom, can I just be sad over here?
It's a different situation, Mom.
Mom's like, I wish Billy was as sad as you being broken up from his significant other.
Fuck Marissa. Oh, okay, Mom. I'm sad here.
But Haley actually brings up how that the mom's advice is very contradictory. Yeah. That, like, there's one thing for Haley, go and do it. You got this. And with Billy, it's like, nope, stay here.
I think it also might be the job thing. Like, Haley's going to LA for a reason. She's not just going for a person or for like no reason. Can you imagine if you looked at your parents and didn't have a job and you were like, hey, I'm going to move to...
Billy can work remote.
Hawaii.
Let's be honest. He fucking works for his family. He's just like Clark.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you know what? Touché.
If I looked at my parents in my position, because I'm a full-time, like, a remote employee with my company, and I said, hey,
this guy I really like.
This is weird because I feel like it'd mean I met this guy online. But hey, I met this guy we've been dating for a year. I'm gonna move to Dallas
to be with him.
My parents would be like, the fuck? Okay. But they wouldn't like stop me. They want to do this grand plan to like stop me.
Also, they can't stop you. Billy is 26 years old. My God.
I know.
Oh my God. Ugh. Let's go back.
Like, I'm literally going to go live in Puerto Rico for 6 weeks. And my parents were like, sounds great.
Yeah, have a good time.
Can't wait to visit. My parents would be like, cool, we can go to like a baseball game. That's what they'd probably say to me.
Is there baseball? Yeah, there's tons of baseball in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, swag. Oh, well, in Puerto Rico too. I was talking about Dallas though.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I don't think my parents would care. Given when I said I was moving to New York, my mom did like kind of put up a fight. And so did my dad.
I'm sure she was like, wait, you're doing what? Like questioned you, but wasn't like, you're not doing this.
For a good 6 months when I started thinking about it. And then like the 3 months after that, it was all like, oh, New York is so expensive. Oh, did you see what happened with the mayor there? You want to move to that state? And I'd be like, well, I'm not going to meet the mayor, but
yeah.
Okay. So they make little jabs, but then they're like, but we support
kind
you.
Of a done deal. Yeah.
Oh, the pizza's gonna suck there. And I'm like, okay. So yeah. So, but they would never have my best friend try to talk me out of it like this.
Jeez.
This is upsetting. Okay, Dallas.
Let's go apartment shopping.
Ooh, I actually love apartment shopping. I would love to
I know
do
this
this
apartment was
for fun.
cute. I find it interesting that they're getting a 2-bedroom, but when we were back with Gussie, Jake, and Billy, one of the other boys mentioned, like, make sure you find it so it's comfortable enough for so we can visit.
Yeah, we want to visit.
Which means gotta get that second
2
bedroom.
bedrooms. It's a nice ass apartment. I think they said like 1329 square feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 bed, 2 bath.
Dope. I'd love to see the price tag on this. Just for my own
sake. When the square feet are like the square footage was being read out, for a minute I was like, is this the price?
Because that's a cheap ass price.
Yeah. I was like, I'm fucking moving to Dallas.
Yeah. See ya. Yeah, I do. I want to just know the price for a 2 bed, 2 bath.
I see that has to be like $3,000 plus.
It has to be a lot because also they have a balcony and they have their own like really nice view of the skyline. Like that's
actually, and it's 2 bed, 2 bath. It's not just a 2 bedroom.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say $4,500.
There was a kitchen island.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say $3,700. Price is right.
$3,700. Okay, I have no idea. I just want to know.
That's what I would think it is. Well, in like Chicago kind of prices, which I'm sure are similar to Dallas.
I would think so. Yeah, 2 bed, 2 bath. My friends have one for each pay $1,800 a month. So what is that? Like $3,600? Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Look at you. Okay, that's probably it. But this apartment's hella nice. They go on the balcony to discuss shit, and Billy
drops a little bit of some bombs.
I mean, it wasn't out of left field, but it wasn't brought up
It
correctly.
was the presentation of it. It was so uncomfortable. I would be pissed if I were her. He's like, you have to pay 50-50 because my family thinks you're using me.
Yeah. It was weird. And I didn't know she was offended. And I was like, I hope to God she's not offended about 50-50. I hope to God she's offended that my family doesn't like you and they think you're
or
trying
that he like feels like he has to ask, because that's what it eventually came to be. But she wasn't really saying anything. She was just like looking annoyed, and I was like, oh, this is gonna either go, of course I'm paying 50-50, or are you kidding me? You have all this money.
I'm a big believer in percentages. Yes, given I've never dated the heir to anything, so the Busch family, I don't know how we do that because Billy seems to be able to get a nice ass apartment without a job. But I mean, if we're gonna get a place together and you make significantly more than me and you want like a really nice place, then we're gonna percentage that shit.
Yes.
We're like the same percentage of our income.
Especially if the person making the most money is the one driving where you're living.
Yes. Like I'd be like, hey, let's get this absolute shithole and just be fine. And if they're like, no, I'm gonna be like, oh, we're percentaging it then.
Yeah.
So I was like, she could fight for like percentages, but she seems to be the one that's like moved to Dallas with me. Yeah. This is a nice apartment that I like. And I was like, ooh, you got 50-50.
I was like, shoot, she is about to give the family the ammo they are looking for, but she doesn't. Of course we're playing 50-50. Like, but I
don't need your money.
No, and like you really don't do that much stuff for me. Like I have a job, like I pay for everything here already. If you buy me a gift, now I'm a gold digger.
Yeah, I did like that. My only thing was she was like, boyfriends take girlfriends on trips. And I want to be like, most people don't do that. Not unless you have your private plane and you're rich and like, which Busch is. So
if she joined the family vacation, that's one thing. But if he is flying you to like Barbados every other week.
Yeah. If she's like, hey, babe, we should go to Hawaii. And he's like, okay, let me get the plane tickets. Then that's some bull.
Yes, I agree.
But like, I mean,
yeah, like gifts here and there, especially because they're long distance. Like it's fun when they see each other. So like if he like bought her a top when they're in St. Louis, like relax.
Yeah, it was fine. I mean, whatever. Well,
Back in LA, we're on a hike with Mom and Haley. Haley misses Clark mostly because they've been best friends for 8 years too, and they used to talk every day. So just kind of her daily routine is a lot different. She's a very romantic person. And it's really hard for her to sit there and not see him fight for her or try to like
That broke me.
and be there. I was like, oh my God.
That broke me when she was like, he didn't even fight for me after 8 years. Cause like I would have fought for him. I was like, oh,
nothing.
And she did.
Like they haven't talked at all.
No, she did fight for him. She moved from LA back to St. Louis and was there like working on their relationship and even talked to him about moving to LA. And his ass just doesn't like to vacation anywhere. And he wouldn't even come visit in February because he would come in February because it was cold. Well, sir, you're gonna have to fight a little bit harder for that.
Yeah,
shit.
I'm actually really shocked that like there hasn't been any communication. I didn't really expect him to like fly out there, but
yeah, she was like, you should have been on the flight right after me. I was like,
I'm like, come on, you should know who Clark is. But
Clark doesn't like to get on airplanes. He likes St. Louis.
He's not even fighting long distance for her.
He should have sent her flowers. He should have called her. He should have said, I miss you. He should have said, I wish I was, or like, not I wish I was there with you.
Even if it was just like a congrats on your apartment type flowers.
I'm so proud of you.
Something.
I'm so proud of everything you're doing. I know you're going to do great. But
let's be honest. How you can tell a boy from a man. Clark is a boy.
Wet noodle. This dude's the most boring.
A noodle from a man.
He's a noodle. But Mom, they're going to get drunk. So no worries. Mom, we're going to go out for margs.
I love this. They go out with her friends. And Haley says like her friends all love going out with her mom because she's so outgoing.
Because Mom pays.
That too. I was like, I love going out with parents because they give me shit. But there are some parents that are like so fun to hang out with.
They're not my parents. Not my parents
are like this.
Well, mine are the ones that would pick us up from the bar. They're not going to go in. This looks fun though.
Parents, I would text my friends. I'd be like, hey, I'm going out with my parents. And they'd be like, I'm in.
My God. Does your mom dance on bars?
No, she's not that fun. That's the nice thing is my parents are like chill and they're not like too embarrassing to other people outside of the group. They're embarrassing in the group. Like they'll embarrass me to my friends.
Well, we meet the manager of this place. What's his name? Wade,
I think it's Wade.
So was something with the W. And he wasn't planted at all to go talk to Haley.
Okay.
Nope.
He's not even that cute.
A, he's not cute. B, he walks over and goes, hi, I'm Wade, the manager at this restaurant. I just want to make sure everything was okay. And they're like, yeah, everything's great. He goes, so what are your names? So MTV totally was like, hey, you're kind of a remotely okay looking dude. Can you go flirt with that girl?
See that girl on that top?
Don't make it obvious.
Chat with the mom, but the daughter is the one you're after.
Ask them if they want free drinks. Okay. Do you guys want free drinks? So only if you do only if you do it with us.
That's the thing is he gets some free shots, and while he's gone getting the shots, they're all like, Haley, flirt with him. After she was just like, I miss Clark. Like, it's so weird to like think about flirting with someone. She's like, I'm done with Clark. Let's flirt.
Also, this bitch has not flirted in 8 years.
I can't imagine. I can't even flirt, and I have not been in a relationship for 8 years.
All I do is flirt. In or out of relationships. I love to flirt. But this girl, I mean, she does fine.
She just asks him questions. Is that flirting to other people?
Where are you from? A little bit. You gotta be like kind of flirty. Like when he said, like, I'm from Texas, she could have been like, I hear that like cute Southern accent or something. Like you slide in like a really cute.
That's flirting, not, and where are you from?
Listen, my ass flirted so hard on Friday.
And
it amounted to nothing, but I knew my flirting skills were on par. I was then later told he is just a dumbass. So
I hate that.
He was aloof as to what I was doing because I touched his arm. I told him his hair looked really nice. I was like, ooh, oh my God, you have two sisters.
They do touch his belt buckle. They're like, ooh, he has a belt buckle. Oh my
God, the friend, would you grab that buckle?
I was like,
look at the belt buckle. I was like,
listen, you're not being a good like wing woman friend. Like you're basically taking over and touching his crotch.
look at Haley had to go home because her mom was staying with her, but that girl went home with Wade.
She was ready.
Friend went home with Wade. Yeah, this was fun. Dinner in LA was fun. Even though Wade sucked, this was fun.
I know. And then we have mom dancing on the bar top.
Wade
and
was
Wade's
not
like,
happy.
Get down.
Wade was not happy about it. MTV's
and
like,
mom's
no,
like,
no,
we know
fine.
him. I know the manager. It's cool. And Wade's
MTV
like, no,
was
it's not
like,
cool.
Wade, calm your shit. It's okay. And Wade's like, I actually do work here.
Pretend you're pissed. No, I am pissed. Pretend you're pissed and just like yell at the mom to get down.
Can you do that again, Wade? And he's like, no. This is my real job. I'm going to get fired. I already signed the disclosure to let my face up. This can't happen.
And they're like, no, stop telling us that stuff. Just tell her to get down.
Wade's been fired from this restaurant because of this scene.
Oh, God. Well, meanwhile, back in Dallas.
No, I don't want to leave.
Jake and Gussie are having drinks, I think in the hotel bar.
This was totally in the hotel bar. There was, I hate this whole scene except for one thing. And when you get to that one thing, I'm going to interrupt. So just
I hope we're on the same page, because if it's the other thing,
whatever. I hope we are too.
Jake and Gussie are having drinks. They're kind of annoyed that they haven't had any alone time with Billy because he's been apartment shopping all day. And I'm like, that's why he fucking came here.
I don't know why else we came here besides that reason.
But whatever. Like, you guys should have gone with him, and then one of you should have talked to him out on the patio thing. Whatever. But fine. Marissa.
Hey, Melissa.
That's what they just should do, is call her the wrong name.
They should call her. That's dope. That's some petty ass shit.
Marissa and Billy show up, and immediately it's like they're on edge. It is not like Gussie and Jake are on edge. Like they are ready to like fight.
This isn't my thing I'm interrupting for, but just as like a note, I just reminded myself of Marissa's like, wow, or maybe it's Jake. One of them is like, you guys are moving really fast to move in like after a year. And Marissa's like, we've been dating long distance a whole year. I don't know how it's moving fast. And I want to be like, my longest relationship was 1.5 years, almost 2 years. And I still like was at arm's length. We did not hold hands in front of my parents.
He is like 26, 27. So this is not like hyper speed by any means. I get them being like,
it's a little fast.
Billy, but it's not like, oh my God, this is so concerning.
It's a little fast.
How concerning they make it to be. It's not that level.
Yes, but it is slightly fast,
yes,
Marissa.
I think it's fast. I think it's fast for them to be moving in together. I don't think it's weird for them to move to Dallas.
You know what? They should move to the same city, different apartments.
Exactly. The family would still freak out over that.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go on.
I do want to make it known that, and this is not an interpretation, I'm making this a fact. Gussie is the one who like takes this to another level. Because like it first starts off with like, hey, we haven't seen you all day, or like this is getting fast. And she's like, well, I mean, it's been a year. Like their tones aren't like bad yet.
Yeah.
But Gussie then is just like, I think Gussie says something which makes Jake go, well, I mean, you DM'd Gussie. And she's like, Marissa's like, what's going on?
I thought it escalated when Jake goes, the whole family hates you. And I was like, oh my God.
That was after the DM thing. Because he goes,
I represent the family.
He goes, well, I mean, let's just throw it out about how you DM'd Gussie. And she's like, what are we talking about? And he's like, well, I was sent by the whole family.
I represent the family. I'm actually their lawyer.
They all hate you, and you're a gold digger. I like how it's just like, you are a gold digger.
That was awesome. That
is not what the family wanted.
She didn't disagree, which was even better. She didn't deny that she DM'd Gussie, which was hilarious.
I did notice that.
Jake going, I represent the family. And Billy's like, no, you don't. And Gussie's like, oh, you weren't at our family meeting. Like Gussie's like, yeah, actually just let him speak, please.
He does represent the family.
And then Billy's like, wait, what the fuck family meeting did I miss?
I forgot there. Billy goes, no, you don't.
And Gussie's like, well, You didn't get the family text message. You and Abby are actually left out.
We are speaking. Now. I think Gussie goes, we are speaking for the whole family.
Yeah, he says something like, yeah, it's the family. And Billy's like, what?
He's like, okay. I wasn't at this meeting.
Nope. No, you were not. It was so funny that Jake was like, he raised up. He's like, you're a gold digger. The whole family thinks so. They told me. Billy's like, no, they didn't. You're not even part of the family. You're like that weird dog we adopted. Yes. And Gussie's like, actually, we've replaced you with the weird dog. And he's the one that has taken the family speaking terms. And
it's not even like we're concerned you're a gold digger. He just goes, you're a gold digger.
Jake is the new face of Busch. And Marissa's the face of gold digging. So look that up in the dictionary. You'll see her face. The family has whole family.
It's Haley been voted on, signed, sealed, delivered.
We voted. Haley's vote got nixed because she is the voice of reason. We're following mom and dad here.
Haley's vote got lost in the mail.
You are a gold digger. Congratulations.
And then this next part is kind of weird because Marissa's like, how am I a gold digger? I have my own job. I pay for all my bills.
She calls him a gold digger.
Yes. Oh yeah. She's like, if there's a gold digger here, it's you. Which I was like, that was the perfect. Marissa handled this beautifully is all I want to say.
You're right. And now I think Jake, I've been joking about it, but she's right.
She is. He takes more than he does, or he takes more than she does. He works
for the dad, or he did. He's over there all the damn time. He gets free makeovers and sushi dates.
And she's been there like twice.
All she got was a free ride in some ATV or some shit. She didn't even get to drive it.
Like
then she got stuck with dad.
From what we've seen, she's doing just fine. If she was like. Not that like teachers are like below, but like teachers don't make that much. So like you could be like, well, you don't have like, you're not making that much money. How are you going to pay for that apartment? Yeah. She works at Anheuser-Busch. Who knows what job she has or how much she's making, but
she can live in Dallas on her own. It seems like that's
fine.
It
doesn't seem like can't imagine Billy's paying for her rent now.
I don't think he's Venmoing her for groceries weekly. So I think that's fine. So funny though. Marissa came back with the heat. I was like,
the two things that were the best in this is I represent the whole family. You're a gold digger and you're a gold digger. If anyone's a gold digger, it's you're a gold digger.
And Jake was like, well, yes, but
and Billy's like, oh my God, what is the fuck is happening?
This is it. This is the part that I need to interrupt for. Billy is so mad. He picks up a drink, does not throw it. He casually dumps it onto Gussie's lap. So Gussie's face, when you throw a drink, you think like boom, like right in the face.
There was no liquid in there. It was all ice.
It was ice. And he took it and like really nicely just turned it over on Gussie's lap.
It spills onto his
Gussie's
lap.
Like, oh, it is cold. Like it Gussie is fine. His shirt wasn't even wet. I could not stop laughing. I watched it 3 times. He grabs it and he's about to throw it in the face, and then he's like, boop. This is
the perfect description about where Bravo is at in reality TV. Yeah. And MTV is at, because Bravo is a full glass to the face.
And you don't have to tell Bravo casts enough nutcases where you don't have to tell them to throw the drink. You just put them in situations that pisses them off, and they throw the drink.
You just put the drink in front of them.
This was MTV paused after they got a great shot of Marissa going, you're a gold digger, because that looked real. Marissa was born for reality TV. This bitch was born. Honestly, so was Jake in this scenario.
But you're right. Then the next section doesn't really line up, and like Billy's kind of out of the scene whenever he like gets the ice cup.
Yeah. So this was MTV. This is set up. Goes, this was fantastic. Now, Billy, if you could pick up that drink of nothing, I think it has a basil leaf, and throw it at Gussie, that'd be awesome. And Gussie's like, I did my hair.
Okay, so remember when we looked into Marissa and Billy like a few episodes ago? That article I read where I was like, oh, I don't want to spoil this. This is the scene. They were trying to get, she says at least, they were trying to get her to throw a drink at Gussie, and she wouldn't do it. She kept saying no. So then they
Why though? Oh, because
Well, I think she realized I don't want to be in this produced scenario. Like, I'm
also
pissed.
She then would have been the villain.
Yeah. She came out looking great.
Yeah, no, this was fucking fantastic. Listen,
but I think she realized, like, we're having an argument about a relationship, even if it's produced, it's like, this is gonna make things worse. Escalate, and they're gonna make me the villain because now I've done something that they can now keep running that train.
So Billy did it, and he like casually.
So Billy had to do it, but I think it like had gone so far that like I think they wanted her to do it way earlier in that discussion.
Yeah.
And so I think by the time it got to the point where they were like forcing Billy to do it, there's no drink.
They were out of a drink. Gussie was sick and tired of sitting there. He didn't even care that his pants got slightly cold.
Guys can't really throw drinks. They don't understand it. Like,
no, guys punch. I was trying to think of like a Bravo show where I've seen a dude spill a drink, and I could only picture Tom Sandoval punching Jack Taylor in the face.
A glass beer bottle, and that's what he dumps over Katie's head.
Oh, I was thinking of Tom Sandoval punching Jax. Oh, because I was like, but you're right, Tom Schwartz.
But that's a beer bottle. Like, you
also,
can't really
that
dump
was a girl. That was his girlfriend. It wasn't like a dude. Like a dude you could punch in the face and it's great TV. A dude throwing a drink in another dude's face was very upsetting. On his crotch was very upsetting to me.
I agree.
But let's really quick. Marissa came out looking like the freaking star. Jake, though, was really good in this argument.
Billy and Marissa walk away after the drink dump thing.
And this is where Billy, he just, it was not born for this. And he's like, Marissa's pissed. She's like, your family thinks that, like, this is stupid as long as you know I don't do that. And he's like, I do not know why my family would ever say that. Let us go enjoy the night.
They would say that.
Do you want to go for Mexican food again? Fajitas?
Do you want to go on a date and not eat the fajitas?
Like, he was like, he was not nearly angry enough. He does not know how to act. He
grabbed an empty drink. The one thing, and she's like, I'm so happy you stood up for me. I'm like, Billy did nothing but pour ice on his brother's lap.
You know what, Gussie? Here's some ice. But this argument was great. Gussie had nothing to do with it. Billy had nothing to do with it. If we ever doubted Jake, this is where his quote, I represent the family, got the hell out of me.
But it wouldn't have worked if Marissa wasn't a born reality TV star.
I represent the family and you're a gold digger. It was the funniest quote, but the best comeback was Marissa going, if there's a gold digger here, it's you.
Because it obviously couldn't have worked if Gussie was the one to be like, you're a gold digger.
Yeah, no, this was hilarious. Marissa obviously is number one. I can't even tell you if I thought her comeback was acting, because I thought I was so caught up in the moment.
It was so natural, and it felt like, you know how like when you're in an argument, you're just spitting whatever back. It felt like that. It felt very real. She
did for a minute. She was like, oh, like she was so mad she couldn't get her thoughts together. And she's like, you know what, Jake? You're the gold digger. And I was like, woo.
And girl.
Listen, Jake didn't have as much on his shoulders. I think Marissa really got placed in a situation and she performed.
Well, her back is the one against the wall. Jake is the one just being told, go do this, but they didn't prep him.
Jake was told to do this thing, and I think he did it awesome. I think if Billy had been told to do a thing like he was afterward, it would have fell flat.
I agree.
Jake can take a line and he can make something of it. But Marissa
Jake took the line, but he doesn't know how to do the comebacks then.
Yes, he took the line and he performed it to the best of his ability. He's a great movie star. Marissa, reality TV star. Beautiful. Amazing. 10 out of 10. She was my shining star.
10 out of 10. And then mom and dad are on the carriage.
Mom and dad were on horses.
This is the best episode we have had thus far.
Can I say, as bad as these episodes are, we have the best bits here. Do you know how funny Let us go home and take fajitas with us is? Do you know how funny it is that Abby's missing in action? I think she's the lost sister. And now we just end every episode with, and mom and dad are on horses. The end.
You know what? We have
so many jokes.
There's not a lot to think through on these episodes on like what's going on. Like
there's not a lot of gray
so
area.
Low rent. Yeah.
Yeah. Like usually in Bravo, you're like, but this is so-and-so's point, and this is so-and-so's point, and this is this is literally like, don't
here's
care
this flashback of like that happened 3 days ago.
The receipts. I do not care. There's no black and white. It's all rainbow for all I care. And like it's a mess. It's a hot mess.
But just
you're
hilarious.
A gold digger.
We get to enjoy it more because there's less to interpret and discuss.
Yeah, I don't have to look at anything. There's no one like, ooh, does that face mean they're upset? It's mom going, I am upset. You're like, great. The answer's right there. It's like cheating on a test. It's almost too easy.
There's no like, this is what, like, let me give a Real Housewives example. Like, there's no like, Lisa Rinna on Real Housewives Beverly Hills is telling Kyle this, but telling Garcelle this. It's like, mom is like, gather the whole family. I'm just going to tell you all I'm upset.
I am
for
upset.
the 7th time.
Jake, you got to go do this thing. Here's your line. Jake delivers the line.
Here's the car. You can drive our car down there.
Marissa, you know what? I doubted you even when watching this, but talking about this, you are my star. What reality TV show?
This is what this show needed.
What will she be on next? Is she going to become a Real Housewife? Because I want it. I want her on Dallas.
The only thing that could maybe one up this is if Clark flew to LA.
Oh my God. That'd be the craziest. When mom's there, just the craziest shit show. No, but Clark's a wet noodle. He's never going to do that. No. Marissa's going to light the Busch family fortune on fire. She's lighting the Busch family tree on fire. This was the twist I needed. Not even Marissa freaking out. It was her calling Jake a gold digger, and now every episode
I'm just sent by the family. You're a gold digger. No, you haven't. Actually, he was. He
has been sent by the family. We actually called a meeting similar to the mafia, and he is our representative. We pay him a stipend. It's fine.
We gave him the gold. He dug for the gold.
He's hired help. He dug for the gold and he got it. So now you're out of the family.
You know what? You know what, Marissa? He's not a gold digger because he's earning his gold.
He earned the gold. How many favors you do for us, Marissa? None.
How many difficult conversations do you have to have for the family?
You just have sex with Billy. That's not enough. Jake does shit for everyone in this family. He's given all of us blowjobs.
Okay.
All of us. Metaphoric blowjobs. He's given it all.
Oh,
but
God.
Yes, this was amazing. A 10 out of 10 for Marissa.
It better continue. Like if it doesn't keep going up and up, I'm gonna be pissed.
Oh, I need Marissa to yell at mom. I need her to yell at dad.
This better wrap up at the season finale. We better get something with Clark and like this episode's drama.
I need Haley and Marissa versus Clark and Billy and Jake and Gussie.
No, Billy's on Marissa's side.
Oh, you're right. That one, he's a wet noodle too,
Gussie,
honestly. So.
No. We need Haley yelling at Clark in the season finale and Marissa breaking up with Billy and the whole family.
Yeah, you guys are all psychos or some shit.
So I guess Billy is on the other side.
Oh, poor Billy. Yeah. No, not poor Billy. He's a wet noodle. He did not stick up for his girl at all. He just stood there and went, "Are you serious? What?"
But she interprets that
the family.
You know what? But he wasn't against her, so Marissa interprets that as being on her side.
He was confused. He was tired from a day of filming. He poured his own drink that he had drank already on Gussie. It was so funny. Wow. Right, well, amazing.
That's it. That's all we have for you.
Yeah, great. I'm not even going to creep on Marissa because I already did it. And I know now I look at her differently.
I'm obsessed, even more so.
I love her.
Bye, guys.
Bye.